David Bowie, Aladin, Sane. Being a fan of T-Rex, the epoch-shattering Bowie Top of the Pops appearance did not have the seismic effect on me, as it seems to have had on every talking head commentator on every TV nostalgia fest ever. Mark Bolan had been camping it up in glittery eye makeup and feather boas for a while. Bowie and Ronno were doing nothing you would have not have expected from Mick and Keith, and even the song Starman was quite familiar by then. However, the night Bowie appeared on Russell Harty to play his new song Drive-In Saturday, for the first time I was amazed. He had taken the image well beyond the other glam rock kids. It was now a look rather than an experimentation. And the song was haunting but incredibly memorable. The whole thing was sexy. The words were not obvious but suggested sex. They were trying to get it on like once before. It was a crash course for the ravers. What a line. I have since learnt the words and have read numerous explanations as to what they mean. It is about a couple from the future reading books and watching porn in order to try to work out how to have sex like they did in the old days. I learnt the words to Drive-In Saturday so I could perform it. I also performed Gene Genie, which at the time I thought was just too derivative to be taken seriously. But once again, I love the words and I love the effect it has when I perform it. These two songs are both on Aladin Sane, the album with the most iconic cover, the lightning face paint, the silly pun of a title. Bowie does not sing so much like Anthony Newley on this album. It is more like he's channeling Mick Jagger and Lou Reed. But particularly on the song Time, I hear the influence of Scott Walker's numbered albums, particularly the Jacques Brel songs. This album has possibly the most rocking rock and roll songs on any Bowie album, like Watch That Man and Panic in Detroit, and the cover of the Stones' Let's Spend the Night Together. There is also the avant-garde piano on the title track, veering towards a free jazz reimagining of On Broadway. There is a re-recording of the song that should have been a follow-up hit to Space Oddity, Prettiest Star, with Mick Ronson copying Mark Bolan's lead guitar from the original. Mick Ronson is my hero on this album with his raw but melodic style and his Mark Bolan tribute. It is not just rock and roll, but in places glam rock and roll with doo-wop backing vocals that could be Show Waddy Waddy or Mud. Yet at other times everything combines into something much more sleazy or spacey with bleeps and whooshes. The final track, Lady Grinning's Soul, gives us another touch of avant-garde piano. It is like some kind of twisted cabaret piece, the last tango at the restaurant at the end of the universe. Aladin Sane, David Bowie.